The monster that is corruption seems to have infiltrated many sectors under the Jubilee government, threatening the success of the government's flagship projects. From the Eurobond saga to the Ministry of Health multi-billion shillings scandal and numerous others in between. Early in the government's administration, even the president admitted to the challenge faced in slaying the graft monster.
The biggest corruption in Kenya occurs in the office of the president.
Months later, he seemed exasperated by the progress his government had made in tackling this issue.
So, mnataka nifanye nini jameni? That I have not done.
But as the heat in the kitchen gets hotter, the same government is now singing a different tune. There is no graft. Rather, this is nothing more than a well-orchestrated and executed smear campaign against the government.
This team, having lacked an agenda for Kenya, have ganged up to brand the government as corrupt. The team has been sneaking into government ministries and government departments, and at least in the case of Ministry of Health, stealing a document which was a work in progress by the ministry itself, trying to prevent corruption. They are also going to other ministries, picking bits and pieces of projects and misrepresenting them as corrupt. As I have said, the target is mainly the big life-changing projects.
But just who are these people keen to sling mud at the government? According to Kiraithe, they fall under three categories.
People who have been removed out of government or suspended because of cases of corruption. Others who are wheeler dealers and who had fraudulently benefited from government tenders in the past. And because of the fight against corruption, that window has been closed. And yet also others who have ambitions in the next year's general election.
Indeed, a number of officials have left government over graft allegations, several cabinet secretaries included, some of whom are facing charges in court. It is the wheeler dealers also referred to as the cartels that remain largely unmasked.
We are leaving Kenyans to judge for themselves who is in that scheme, because they are there in social media, they are there in newspapers, they are there wherever they are.
But as Kiraithe tries to steer debate over graft away from the government, those in the same government are telling of a different version of events. Take the NYS saga, for instance. The executive has all but confirmed that theft of public funds took place, and by a then government cabinet secretary, no less.
When we know that theft of public funds has happened, as it did in the NYS, presided over by Waiguru, we have said theft of public funds has occurred and we have taken action.
We are not, as a government, going to keep responding to these allegations of corruption. All corruption cases will be investigated and the persons therein prosecuted.
And with that, the government's anti-graft rhetoric moves into another realm, that of see no evil, hear no evil. Brenda, Wanga, NTV.